Newport County are still your leaders over in League Two, but Carlisle are your biggest movers as they move up to 4th. Who's going to be in this playoffs contention after this week's match? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction show. Today we take a look at match day number 14, that's right, out in League 2, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep your banger to date with all things League 2 related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're going to all here on the bloody road. That's right, on the roof. This is my roof. This time around we're inside the car, of course, and of course we've got to keep the predictions keep on going because football doesn't stop just because I've got to keep on moving. The football keeps on going. Anyone, a big shout out, of course, to the Patreon gang behind the scenes. I do appreciate your support, guys. I thank you very much, especially times like these. I do appreciate it. But anyway, if you are out there and you're thinking about you want to become a Patreon member, support the channel behind the scenes, check out the link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. But until then, though, we've got to plough through with these because I'm out in the middle of nowhere with the worst internet in town, and I want to get these out before I get gobbled up by the moonlight. So let's get into it, of course, and take a little look at how we all got on last time around. So let's take a look at the matches then, shall we? First and foremost with my pick-a-roonies, and then we'll take a look at your guys' picks. So let's get into it. Mansfield Town took care of, well, they played Colchester, and all square 1-1 on that bad boy. Goal scores on the day with Nicky Maynard for Mansfield and Luke Norris on the score sheet as Colchester took themselves a bit of a point on that bad boy. Kicking them forward, Barrow, they played Forest Green Rovers and ended up as a 1-0 winners. No, that was my pick. My picks are on the right, the real deal's on the left. It was a 2-2 draw in the end. Luke James on the score sheet, Dear Angus on the score sheet, Barrow, Elliot Whitehouse and Nicky Caddy on the score sheet for the Vegans to take care of themselves. A bit of a point on that one. Cheltenham against Walsall ended up as a 3-0 win in the end for Cheltenham. 2-1 for me, ain't too bad. Got the run out goals. Dan Scarr, Matty Blair, Ben Toes on the score sheet. Dan Scarr was a big fat OG, of course, just in case you're wondering. Actually, yeah, so not too bad on that one. So far, so good for me. Well, kind of, anyway. Crawley Town against Carlisle, and it was a 2-0 win. That was my pick for Crawley. Got that one wrong. It was a 3-0 win for Carlisle. They were the biggest movers. Reese Bennett, Joshua Coyote, and Aaron Hayden as well on the score sheet. David Sese against get himself sent off against Carlisle, of course. Big win away for Carlisle as they move into the top 4, of course. Exeter against Oldham ended up as a 1-0 win. 2-1 win. For Oldham, shock one there. Actually went with the 1-0 win for Exeter on this one. Goal scores on the day for this bad boy. Exeter was goals Randall Williams, of course, George Blackwood and Danny Rowe on the score sheet for Oldham as they got themselves a monstrous away point there. Away 3 points. Meanwhile, Stevenage against Bolton ends up 2-1 win for Bolton. Got that one bang on the nose, lads. Bang on the bloody nose as Bolton started to get some form together. Quick look at the odds. Orient Doyle on the score sheet again. Alistair Crawford as well. Tom Pett get the 1-0 goal for Stevenage. Leyton Orient did beat Harrogate 3-0 on the day. 1-1 for me. Goals galore in this one for Leyton Orient. Danny Johnson with a hat-trick for Leyton Orient as they try to move up towards the top 10. They've still got a bit of work to do, of course. Newport County against Port Vale ended up as a 2-0 win. That was my pick. 1-0 was the real deal in favour of Newport County. Goal scorer on the day was Kevin Allison, the veteran. Of course, Liam Legg himself sent off for Port Vale. That was Dr. Legg's son out in from EastEnders, of course. Salford, 3-0 winners over Bradford. Big result for them as well as they keep on moving. Luke Burgess on the goal score sheet. A couple of goals there. Ian Henderson as well for Salford. 1-0 for me. 8-2 shabby. Scunthorpe, 1-1 in the end over Morecambe. So goals on that day for Scunny's goals. Emmanuel Olasenesi on the score sheet with Adam Muldig. Get the equaliser for Morecambe as they took a point as well. Southend did not play Cambridge. I went with the 2-0 win myself if it was to happen. And Tranmere monster winners again over Grimsby Town. James Vaughan with a couple of goals. Peter Clark, Otis Khan, Paul Lewis for Tranmere's rout over Ian Holloway's boys. Actually went with the 2-1 win myself for Tranmere. So I've got myself 2, 4, 6, 7. That ain't too bad, brothers. That ain't too bad. So let's take a look at the situation. It is at the table at the moment. Newport County leading the charge by a point, I think, over Cheltenham. It might be 4 points. I just can't bloody see. But they're leading. 3 points it is. Cheltenham was second. Cambridge are third. Carlisle fourth. Forest Green Rovers. Then Begans are fifth. Exeter City sixth. And Colchester seventh. Now at the moment, Southend Stevenage going down. But of course, it could all change as we kick on to match day number 14, I believe. Anyway, let's take a look at the situation in the old prediction league. 0-3 in the shit-face game. 4-8 in the straight-face cup. 9+. You're in the top bins, I think. Shepherd, well done to you, brother. Thank you for your picks. Thank you for your hard work as well on the old Scottish thing. We'll take a look at that in a couple of days' time anyway. Not too shabby for you, brother. Tom Stainer, he did bits, he did shit. Okay, he did okay. Oh, Cody Ho, he also did very, very well. Well done to you. Ivan Schlugger did bits, he did shit. Wheelkeep Yard did okay. Captain Clarkoff, Captain about a B, he did poopski roopski. RG Ojo, he did well done as well. Nathan Eva did poop. It's okay though. We still love you. We still love you. The D-Man did poo. Escoville, he did all right. Well done to you. Alex Weller, he also did very, very well as well. Yannick No Busler. I can't bloody see on the car. Everything's so tiny. I need my big old screens. But anyway, Ollie Hambling, he did all right. Richard Dawson did okay. Elgin Cow, you did all well. Well done to you, brother. Jockey Jakobsen also did very, very well. Well done to you. Game and Charlie, you did bits. Period. Full stop. He also did very well. Russell Frost also did absolutely top bins. This is the situation for this week and this week alone. Tom Stainer, the Adelaide Nightmare. Don't even look at it. Don't even look at it. Alex Weller, Richard Dawson, we are QPR, and Yannick Bustler. Are you Kingpings? I know there's only one Kingping out there, but you're going to have to sock it up and see. But of course, all those guys getting 6 for this week, and there's a whole chasing pack of patrons right there on 5th spot there. But of course, do you want to know who's the overall leaderboard at the moment? Here it comes, coming at you thick and fast. It is Bow Down to Gaming Charlie, Omar Escoville, and Russell Frost. 2 patrons there, kicking ass and taking names in the top 5. Jockey Jakobsen also is in there as well, but it is very, very tight at the tip of the top out in the League 2 leaderboard. But anyway, let's get into the deep end. Of course, take a look at the next round of matches, kicking all off with Barrow up against Oldham. Of course, let's get into it. Let's get it. Let's play some darts, they say. Anyway, these two sides play each other a few times, I'm sure, over the past, but in the last 2, it's been 1 win for Oldham, nothing for Barrow, and 1 draw. Of course, last time they played each other, which was in Barrow back in 2001, back in November. Ayres, maybe Tommy Ayres, maybe on the score sheet, I don't know, I'm guessing at the name. That was all the back in 2001, of course, but yeah, so far so good. The last 2 games got to go going past at least 2001 for the last time these 2 sides a victory for Barrow. Anyway, heading into this, of course, Barrow looking good at the moment. 2 defeats to the past 6 for them. On the flip side, Oldham looking very, very good. 4 wins to the past 5 for them, and they're looking very, very savvy. Quick look at the bookies odds then. 6-5 for Barrow, for the 11-5 is your away win. That is Oldham. 12-5 is your bloody draw on this. Of course, the situation at the table, let's take a little look at it. Barrow are on the climb, but of course they still find themselves in a bit of a pickle. They're all the way down into 18th spot, but a win for them, they actually could go as high as 14th. Oldham on the flip side are in 17th. Win for them, they could also go as high as 14th as well. Of course, on this one, for me, I like David Dunn and the boys. That Oldham can be a little bit hot and cold. Realistically, form does dictate an Oldham win here, but I'm going to go with Barrow for the victory. 1-0 on the day. Next we have Cheltenham Town taking on Cambridge. It's 2nd against 3rd. This one's going to be fruity, of course. Big result either way, whatever happens. Of course, the last 6 between 2 sides, 2 wins apiece and 2 draws. Of course, it bloody well is. They cannot be separated. Last time picture was, in fact, in Cheltenham back in December 2019. The goal scores on the day in a 1-1 draw. Of course, it was. Paul Lewis on the score sheet for Cambridge. William Boyle on the score sheet for Cheltenham. Heading into this, though, Cheltenham actually 1 defeat the past 6 for them. On the flip side, just 1 defeat the past 4 for Cambridge. That was against Shrewsbury in the FA bloody Cup. Look at the bookies odds on this one. 11-10 for Cheltenham. 12-5 is your away win. That is Cambridge. 12-5 is also your bloody draw. Of course, they are very tip at the top of the table. Of course, 2nd and 3rd. Win for Cambridge, they could go 2nd. And win for Cheltenham, they could actually go top of the pops with a big fat W on this one. I've gone with a Cheltenham victory on this one. 2-0 win in the end. Cream will rise to the top on this one, and they will take that to the house. Next up we have Crawley against Grimsby. Of course, Crawley looking okay, or they were looking okay. Grimsby looking a little bit wobbly at the moment. They need to sort that out. The last 6 encounters between these 2 sides, 3 wins for Crawley, 1 win for Grimsby, and 2 bloody draws. Last time played was in fact in Crawley back in January 2020. It was a 3-2 win for Crawley. Ollie Palmer on the score sheet with a couple of goals. Ashley Nadson as well. Elliot Whitehouse and James Hansen on the score sheet for Grimsby. Heading into this though, Grimsby 4 defeats on the spin for them. Not looking good. Last time they were victorious was against Barrow all the way back at the start of the month. On the flip side, Crawley coming to this, just 1 defeat the past 4 for them. That was against Carlisle just the other day. Quick look at the bookies odds on this one. 11-10 for Crawley. 5-2 is your away win. That's Grimsby. 23-10 is your draw on this one. What have I done? 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 What have I don't know. I don't bloody know. Anyway, heading into this, the situation at the table, Grimsby are struggling 20th at the moment, but for them they could go as high as 16th. On the flip side, Crawley coming to this in 12th, and for them they could go as high as 6th in the table. That's playoff talk, boys. That's playoff bloody talk. I'm going with, despite my better judgment, I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw on this one. I think Holloway will will get something out of this, and maybe just maybe start a new run for him to maybe climb up the table. Next up we have Exeter take it on Colchester. Of course, just take a closer look at these. Can we? Yes, we can. There it is. The last 6. So see, 2 was for Exeter, 1 was for Colchester, and 3 bloody draws. Last time played was in the playoffs. It was in Exeter. It was a 3-1 win for Exeter on the day. Goal scorers were Aaron Martin, Jaden Richardson, and Ryan Bowen on score sheet for Exeter. Courtney Senior getting the consolation goal for Colchester as they tumbled out. Heading into this, Exeter actually just 1 defeat the past 6 for them. So same could be said, well, similar could be said for Colchester, 1 defeat the past 5. That was against Marine in the FA Bloody Cup. Exeter's defeat came against Oldham just the other day. Look at the situation out in the table in a minute, but the bookies odds are 11-10 for Exeter, 3-1 is your away win. That's Colchester, 5-2 is your draw. Of course, Exeter come into this, where are they in the old table? They actually come into this in 6th. We win for them, they could actually go as high as 3rd. On the flip side, Colchester come into this in 7th, and win for them, they could also go as high as 4th. Is that tight? Is that tight? I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for Colchester. Not much in it, to be honest with you, but I think I just fancy an away day win on this one to take it to the bank on this one. Next up, Stevenage against Port Vale. Port Vale are now free falling, but taking on Stevenage, who are not doing the best themselves, actually in the relegation zone at the moment. Look at the bookies odds on this one. We'll take it that in a minute. Last 6 is 2 for Stevenage, 1 for Port Vale, 3 bloody draws. Last time I played that was in Stevenage, it was 1-0 win for Port Vale back in January 2020. Tom Pope on the score sheet for Port Vale on the 88th minute to give themselves a big fat W. Heading into this, of course, Port Vale 3 defeats on the spin for them. As for Stevenage, 1 win in the past 6 for them. That was against Cove Rangers, or whoever it is, Concord Rangers, out in the FA Cup back in 7th of November. Of course, heading into this, of course, the bookies odds on this one. We'll have a look at it, shall we? What do we have on this one? Stevenage 11-5 for the victory. 5-4 is Port Vale. 11-5 is also your draw on this. Situation in the table sees Port Vale in 9th, and win for them. They could actually get back in the top 6 over Exeter in 6th spot. Meanwhile, Stevenage coming to this in 23rd. Win for them could mathematically jump above Mansfield at the relegation zone. I'm going with the 2-0 win though for Port Vale, staying safe on this one. Going with the away days W on that one. Next up we have Leyton Orient against Bradford, of course. These two sides last 6 sees 1 win for Leyton Orient, 3 for Bradford, and 2 bloody draws, including last time they were out in Brisbane Road back in December 2019. Was a nil result. Heading into this though, 1 win in the past 5 for Leyton Orient. That was against Harrogate just the other day. On the flip side, Bradford without a win in 3. Last time the victorious was against some type of Angels. I don't even know who the heck they are. Last time they were victorious in the league, I'll give you that, was against Southend at the start of the month. 3-0 win, of course. They smashed those Angels in the FA Cup, 7-0, whoever the heck they are. Anyway, heading into this, the bookies odds, I'll tell you those right now. Leyton Orient 6-4 for the victory, 15-8 is your away win. That's Bradford. 9-4 is your bloody draw. Of course, the table suggests, what does it suggest? Bradford are in a bit of trouble, that's what it suggests. They're down in 19th spot, but for them, they could actually go as high as 14th. On the flip side, Leyton Orient coming to this in 11th, and for them, mathematically, they could go, where's the bloody camera? Into 6th spot. That's right, I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Leyton Orient. Get them up the table, get them moving on, and maybe, just maybe, we'll squeeze into the playoffs. Next up, we have Mansfield Town taking on Harrogate. Of course, these two sides played each other last. They haven't. They've never played each other, according to my eyes. But heading into this, Mansfield unbeaten in 6 games, picking up 3 wins in the past 4. On the flip side, Harrogate just 1 win in the past 6 for them. That was against Scunthorpe United, perhaps in the FA Bloody Cup. Quick look at the situation in the bookies on this one. What do we have on this one? 30-8 for Mansfield, 70-10 is your away win, 11-5 is your bloody draw. Situation at the table though, Harrogate is in 14th spot, but for them they could go as high as 7th in the table, make that 8th in the table. On the flip side, Mansfield coming to this on the climb, 21st spot at the moment, and for them could actually go as high as 17th as well. Mansfield Town look good at the moment. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Form and all that kind of stuff will kick them forward, and maybe, just maybe, they can make a push for the top 6. Maybe they believe again. Maybe they bloody believe. Next up we have the leaders, Newport County taking on Walsall, who are on a bit of free fall themselves. Of course, the last 6 encounters between these two sides, we've only got the last 3. 1 win for Newport, 2 draws, and nothing for Walsall. However, last time they played each other in Newport back in February 2020, it was a 0-0 draw. Of course, in Wales. Of course, last time there was a victory in this game was all the way back in 2017 in the FA Cup. It was in Newport, so 2-1 win for Newport. Heading into this, Newport, not the greatest bit of form. 2 defeats in the past 4 for them. On the first side, Walsall, though, 4 defeats on the spin. Absolutely criminal for them at the moment if they're trying to climb the table. Anyway, look at the bookies odds on this one. 11-10 on for Newport County. Stoke on favourites. 12-5 is your draw. 3-1 is your away win. Of course, Newport County coming to the top of the pops, and win for them, they would actually extend their lead potentially up to 6 points, depending on what goes on with Cheltenham and of course Cambridge. On the flip side, Walsall coming to this in 15th spot at the moment, and for them, they could actually go as high as bloody hell, 8th in the table, but I don't see it happening, folks. Newport County will take this one 3-0 win quite comfortably in the bloody end. Next up we have Salford City taking on Morecambe. FC, of course. The last 2 encounters season, 1 win for Salford, nothing for Morecambe, and 1 bloody draw. And that last win was, of course, last time out in actually earlier in the season. Actually, just this year in the Papa John's Trophy, it was a 2-0 win for Salford. Goals on the day were James Wilson and Ashley Hunter on the score sheet for Salford in a 2-0 win in the Papa John's Trophy. Heading into this, Salford just for three wins in the past 4 games, not too bad. Morecambe unbeaten in 6 though, drawing 3 and winning 3 in the process. So they keep on their unbeaten run at the moment, which is very, very good. 30-20 or 20-13 on Salford Ice. Don't go favourites. 3-1 is your draw. 4-1 is your away win. That is Morecambe. Morecambe coming into this in 10th spot, but to win for them, they could actually go as high as 6th in the table. Salford coming to this in 8th, to win for them, they could also go as high as 6th in the bloody table. It's that tight. Morecambe, I believe in you. I think you'll lose this one. 2-1 win to Salford at home, of course. Into the final 3 is Scunthorpe United taking on Bolton Wanderers. Battle of the relegation fodder at the moment. The last 4 between the two sides, 1 win for Scunthorpe, 2 wins for Bolton, and 1 bloody draw. Last time played was in Scunthorpe back in April 2017. It was a 1-0 win for Scunthorpe. Goals on the day was David Murphy to give themselves the 3 points on the day. Yeah, heading into this, Bolton 3 wins on spin for them, looking very good. On the flip side, Scunthorpe unbeaten in 3 as well, 2 wins and a draw as well. Heading into this, bookies probably finding it tight to separate two sides. 15-8 for the victory for the home team. 11-5 is your 6-4 is your away win. That is Bolton. What do we find on this one? Of course, Bolton coming to this in 16th now. Win for them, they could just go as high as 8th in the table. Woo! All the way up there, boys. Of course, Scunthorpe on the flip side, they come into this in, they're also on the climb. They're all the way, where the heck is Scunthorpe? Scunthorpe on the 22nd spot, but win for them, they could also go as high as 17th, which will be just a point below Bolton in the process on this one. We've already given you the odds. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Bolton. They flick the switch and they're on the climb. Into the final 2 here, Southend United taking on Forest Green Rovers. It's them Vegans. The last 2, they've never played each other according to my knowledge, but anyway, heading into this, Southend winning once of the past 5. That was, of course, against Walsall last round back on the 14th of November. On the flip side, the Vegans just 1 win the 6, of course, beating Leyton Orient, of course, way back on the 3rd of November. Quick look at the bookies odds on this one if it goes ahead. Southend. I don't see it. So I've got a strange inkling that this game is not going to go ahead, but we're going to go with it anyway. We're going to make the pick anyway. Southend coming to this bottom of the table, we'll win for them. Could actually see them leapfrog Stevenage up to 23rd, but it will take a bit of a goal swing in the process. On the flip side, the Vegans coming to this in 5th. And for them, they could also go as high as 2nd in the bloody table. That's right. I've gone with a cheeky 1-0 win for the Vegans if it goes ahead, but we'll have to wait and see if that's the case. Next up, we have Tranmere on a new manager bounce, of course, taking on Carlisle United. Now, these two sides played each other the last 6. These 3 wins for Tranmere, 2 wins for Carlisle, and 1 bloody draw. Last time they played each other at Tranmere was back in March 2019. It was a 3-0 win for Tranmere. Oliver Banks, James Norwood, and Emmanuel Month on the score sheet for Tranmere in a comfortable win on this one. Heading into this, 5 wins on the spin for Tranmere in all competitions. Last time they suffered defeat was against Morecambe back at the end of October. On the flip side, just 1 defeat the past 4 for Carlisle. That was against Cheltenham in League 2 at the back of midway through the month of November. Heading into this, bookies odds 17-10 for Tranmere, 31-20 is Carlisle, 9-4 is your bloody draw. Of course, a win for Carlisle, currently find themselves in 4th. They could mathematically go 2nd in the bloody table. Tranmere, though, they're on the climb themselves, and a win for them, they could actually go as high as 6th in the bloody league. That's what I think. My think is I'm going with a 2-1 win for Tranmere. That's right, and that will hopefully kickstart their season once again, and maybe make it a little outside push for the top 6, and maybe even playoff contention as well. So this is what I think will happen in the table as it stands. Newport County will lead the charge at the moment. Cheltenham will be in 2nd, and Forest Green Rovers up to 3rd. That's playoffs. I mean, that's automatics. Cambridge, Colchester, Carlisle, the battle of the seas there, with Salford squeezing in there in 7th spot. At the moment, Southend and Stevenage going down. My boys, well, the teams I'm kind of rooting for are Grimsby, who are down in 21st spot. Morecambe are into 14th, and Bolton are into 13th as well. So I'd like to see, and Port Vale as well. They're also doing very well just outside. But anyway, that's it, my friends. Be sure to get your picks in nice and early for of course, the prediction league down in the old comment section down below. And again, make sure to check out the video and make sure to give the video some love and smash thumbs up, smash subscribe, of course. I'm out in the boonies, I really am, and this is going to take me 3 years to get these videos up in the old interwebs. So we'll see how that gets on. But hopefully we can continue with these predictions next week. And back of course, I don't think there's any more games next week. I think there's FA Cup stuff. There might be a couple of games, but I think I'm going to probably sidestep those. But anyway, be sure to give the video some love. And if you want to support the channel in another way, check out the links down below. Patreon.com/Roverseas and Twitter, Twitch, and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to get out of here. I've got to get these puppies online. Until then, though, I'll see you all very soon. Till then, ciao for now.